I swear this guy never misses, man. He never misses on his debut. He done the same thing when he debuted for us the second time around for Chelsea Football Club. I'm pretty certain he had a blockbuster debut. Well, no, actually, no. The last time around he joined Chelsea Football Club, he actually got a red card. But this guy, man, he starts off with a bang wherever he goes, whether it's Barcelona, whether it's in Atletico Madrid, whether it's in Chelsea, and now in AC Milan. So we've got to talk about this. And of course, how can we forget about Arsenal getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup semi-finals? Newcastle. Stay humble, eh? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Let's start this conversation in regards to Joao Felix. I don't know how many of you guys watched the match. I caught the match bits and pieces here and there, but I definitely caught Joao Felix's goal. There was actually a couple of goals from Tammy Abraham as well. We want to talk a little bit about Tammy Abraham, ex-Chelsea Academy player, ex-Chelsea first team player as well. But Joao Felix, this guy, I mean, let's go through some of the social media stuff. Then we're going to provide our opinion. 13 minutes into Milan debut, Joao Felix scores. Santi Jimenez is the one that has provided the assist. Instant impact. Some lovely pictures. Let's just go through some of these pictures as well. That's him chipping. There was a nice chip goal. Played as a false nine, by the way. Played as a striker. You could say false nine, and it's something that maybe he could have been utilized at Chelsea Football Club. But we're going to talk about that. Classic celebration. That AC Milan jersey looks stunning, to be honest. Joao Felix, I mean, this guy, he doesn't downgrade, does he? He always picks up the next best club available. Rafael Leao reaction to Joao Felix's goal as well. I mean, it would be nice for Joao Felix to link up with his countryman Rafael Leao as well. And Rafael Leao looks like he's very, very elated to have his countryman there. It's a nice club to join for Joao Felix, I have to admit, and they could potentially do something. I'm pretty sure they're in the Champions League. Yeah, they are. They've qualified in the top 8, or is it? Let me have a quick look. Champions League. AC Milan. Actually, do you know what? It's going to take a long time to figure out exactly what's going on in the Champions League. But they're in the Champions League, and he's gonna participate in there, where he's absolutely upgraded. Joao Felix scored 11 minutes into his AC Milan debut last night. Of course he did. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. Then we talk a little bit about Tammy Abraham. Now, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, we've always said and we've always maintained that Joao Felix is not a bad player. Never has been. He's got the potential. He's got the skill set. The problem that most of us have had is he's been inconsistent. He always, wherever he goes, starts off with a bang, and then all of a sudden it declines. Now, whether this happens at AC Milan or not, we shall see. But the history suggests, I've said it in recent times, it is the history of Joao Felix to always start off with a bang and then decline. So let's see. That's number one. Number two, look, we all know, we've all well documented that he wasn't really wanted at Chelsea Football Club. But where I find it very strange is he's got a long-term contract. He's got a long-term contract at Chelsea, and it's just a dry loan at AC Milan. Now, it is clear that Enzo Maresca, for one reason or another, didn't fancy Joao Felix. Now, it's not just Enzo. Many other managers previously didn't fancy Joao Felix. Now, I don't know whether AC Milan, Portuguese manager, Sergio Conceição, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, could be a bit of a Portuguese link up there. He might appreciate Joao Felix, but every other manager prior who's, worked with Joao Felix did not appreciate him. So Enzo Maresca hasn't appreciated Joao Felix. It's not a new phenomenon. And it looks like there's been news as well that Joao Felix didn't appreciate Enzo Maresca as well. So there's a problem that is brewing there, ladies and gentlemen. By the end of this loan, which is just a straight up dry loan, no buy option or anything like that with AC Milan, he needs to return back to Chelsea. Unless AC Milan obviously comes back and buys this player off us, which has to be the hope. Now, here's the thing. Here's the twist. If this guy actually blows up and he does well at AC Milan, plays in multiple positions, whether it's as a striker, whether it's as a playmaker, then questions will probably be asked of Enzo Maresca as to, my man, why aren't you getting the best out of him? Now, I've stated many times, I rather Enzo Maresca utilize the team the way he wants to utilize, because what's the point? The manager is here for a long time. He's here for 5-year contract. And he seems like a decent enough manager. Yes, he's got flaws. Please, before anyone starts typing away, here we go, Miz with agenda again. No, got zero affiliation with this manager. I couldn't care less if he gets sacked. Honestly, I will not be losing my sleep over it. But I'm saying that he's a decent enough manager, and let's back him. However, as I said, if he blows up, if Joao Felix blows up, people will be asking questions as to why Maresca can't get the best out of Joao Felix. Is it because of different leagues? We shall see how much he delivers in AC Milan, but it could potentially look nice. AC Milan's got some really good players, and they could focus on playing to Joao Felix's strength. And look, either way, if he does well at AC Milan, we can still sell him. AC Milan, I'm sure, will be interested to buy him, and Joao Felix finds himself an exit strategy. But the problem is, AC Milan will probably haggle with us. They'll probably want discount. They know that the player doesn't want to be around at Chelsea Football Club, and they'll be looking for a discount. And Chelsea Football Club, we are not in the business of giving discounts. We want our money, and ensuring that we don't make a loss out of it, and that there's at least the book gets balanced, if not a little bit of profit. So let's see what happens, man. I just don't want this to turn out to be a bit of a mess like the Lukaku mess that we had to go through, where Lukaku, he just didn't want to play for Chelsea Football Club. And at the moment, look, Joao Felix, I think it's not that he doesn't want to play for us. It's more the fact that he doesn't want to play for Maresca. One thing to keep in mind, and this is what a lot of people have been talking about, just a little bit of information in regards to Joao Felix. Check this out. Joao Felix left Chelsea because he personally asked for a new opportunity. Felix didn't play as much as he wanted this season, and Joao and his agent Jorge Mendes felt a move was needed to revive his career and find more game time from now to June. So this is coming from Fabrizio Romano. Looks like Joao Felix wanted to move. And look, even if he didn't want to move, I'm pretty certain Enzo Maresca wouldn't have fancied him. As long as Palmer was there, Enzo Maresca wouldn't have fancied him, and it would have pushed Nkunku out. So we'll see how much Nkunku plays now. Enzo Maresca is stating that he wants to utilize Nkunku a lot more, which further demonstrates to me that he just didn't have any plans for Joao Felix. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about this whole situation. It's crazy, on his debut, he scores. And if he continues this way and he continues well for the next 6 months in his loan spell at AC Milan, it does pose an interesting scenario for Chelsea, for AC Milan, for Joao Felix. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know. The other thing I wanted to touch base, ladies and gentlemen, Tammy Abraham. Look, I'm not advocating for him to come back, but the 2 goals that he scored for AC Milan against Roma, his previous club, they were very nice goals. The first one was a header, and the second one was a nice finish with his right from the right side. So both really, really good finishes. The first one as well, the header was actually a very, very nice header. So look, he's developing. I need to watch a lot of him in AC Milan. He was starting to develop at Roma a little bit more. His link up got a little bit better. His heading was the biggest issue, even at Chelsea as well. As someone who's tall, should be able to head the ball and score a lot more headers. So interesting. Another Chelsea player. A lot of Chelsea players have gone to AC Milan. Christian Pulisic is there. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is there. Tomori is there. And the list goes on. The list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Arsenal. I love it. I love it. Newcastle have knocked Arsenal out of the Carabao Cup semi-final. This is literally just after 3 days against Manchester City, where Arsenal won 5-1, and they acted like as if they won the Premier League. Look, I want to talk something about Arsenal before we talk about Anthony Gordon and what he said. Just actually, you know what? Let's quickly show what Anthony Gordon had to say post-match. Newcastle absolutely schooled Arsenal, by the way. Anthony Gordon is fully focused ahead of Newcastle's trip to Wembley. Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It is important for us to stay humble now. I mean, the cheeks. And even Kieran Trippier on social media, on Instagram, said something about staying humble. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Arsenal Football Club. These guys, the way they celebrated. Look, I've got no issues about you celebrating in general. Like, you want to celebrate a goal, no problems. But the way they celebrated, taunting Manchester City. I don't know if any of you guys have watched or watch on a regular basis Big Six. I watch it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys watch it as well. I know a lot of my viewers watch Big Six show. Have a look at what Big Steve had to say about all of the shenanigans that took place during the match, taunting of Erling Haaland. Just because Erling Haaland, the last game in the earlier fixture, said to Mikel Arteta, "Stay humble," after the 1-1. Some of these Arsenal fans, you gotta check yourselves, man. Honestly, this is a message for you guys. You've done nothing. Honestly, you guys have done nothing as a football club in the past 20 plus years. You've done absolutely nada. And under this manager, all you've got is an FA Cup win against us, which honestly, we bottled that one under Frank Lampard. Besides that, you've done nothing. Don't tell me some Charity Shield matches is going to give you guys a bit of a booster. You've done nothing in the Champions League, which you made back, I believe, last season. And you've done nothing this season so far. And you've blown the Premier League as well. Looks like it should be Liverpool that's going to go ahead. Last couple of 2 seasons, you've blown the Premier League as well. And you act like you've done everything. This is all after not winning anything. Imagine if these guys actually win something. Lewis Kelly celebrating the Erling Haaland celebration, sitting down and doing this. My man, this is not a good move for you. I'm telling you right now. Erling Haaland has won it all. He has the right to be arrogant. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Premier League multiple times now. Do you know what I mean? He's done it all with Manchester City. So, and Manchester City themselves, like they've won the Premier League 4 times in a row. I think 6 times in the last 7 seasons. This is not the team that you want to mess about with and mock. And not just Lewis Kelly, Gabriel Magalhaes. What are you guys doing? Trying to, take shots at Manchester City, and literally a few days later you get humbled. Their fans have a jersey called "Stay Humble." This is what they're putting in their jersey, whereas Manchester City, their fans are putting champions. Do you know what I mean? Champions of Europe or champions of the Premier League, 4-time champions. This is the levels. Petty situation from Arsenal. I'm so glad you guys are knocked out. I'm so glad. I hope you lot don't win anything, I swear. Because until and unless the fans humble themselves, they don't deserve anything. And once again, Kai Havertz dropped another stinker against Newcastle. As I said, Newcastle absolutely schooled you guys. I'm so happy about this performance from Newcastle. So glad that they've gone through, and they deservedly gone through. 2-0 again in the second leg, 2-0 in the first leg. And one man that I really want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is Isak. He absolutely bullied Saliba. Saliba, if you're looking for that Real Madrid move next up, Real Madrid be taking notes. You're getting done by Isak. And look, Isak is a sensational striker. He's probably one of the best in world football right now. Left foot, right foot. This guy's got rockets, man. And this is what happens when you have an out-and-out striker, ladies and gentlemen. Isak. Newcastle gave us a price tag of 100 million last summer. We deemed it too much. Honestly, that 100 million would look like a bargain at the moment. Isak is levels, man. His movements, his speed, his dribbling, his shooting, his just the footballing IQ is just unbelievable. Newcastle, with a striker of that caliber, you best believe they're capable of doing something. they're in the Carabao Cup final. We'll see what happens between Liverpool and Spurs, but right now you'd probably say Newcastle are favourites, depending on whether Liverpool goes through. And even if it's Liverpool Newcastle, I'd say Newcastle would be a good shot against Liverpool. We'll see if Spurs can have a chance against Liverpool, but a striker of that caliber is what is needed at Chelsea Football Club. And Newcastle, they're blessed to have this monster of a striker. So yeah, look, very, very happy. Arsenal are out. That's another competition they're out from. FA Cup, they're out. Carabao Cup, they're out. Hopefully no Premier League for them. And in the Champions League, I hope you come across someone real tough in the quarterfinals and get knocked out from there as well. And that will be your season done and dusted. A season where you were dreaming about finally, once Man City collapses, finally you're going to come and pounce on it. And boy, oh boy, it absolutely just, mud on your face, man. It blew up on your face big time. Absolutely blew up on your face. And I'm so, so happy. So, so happy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about Arsenal being dumped out of the Carabao Cup as well. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are probably feeling very, very happy. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and your thoughts in regards to Joao Felix as well. Goal on debut for AC Milan, and a lovely goal as well. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya. Goodbye.